Rakal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom and salutation to the hopeful elect, the Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. All right, this is the brother Yarmiah from the Great Millstone Chicago camp, and we'll basically just go into another video, a lesson of. I was just thinking about, I was reading and I was meditating on basically being obedient, all right? Because in the times that we are coming to, dramatic times, like this martial law that's coming up, the change, all right, in the earth that's going to come at the blink of an eye, so to speak, and the calamity that's going to come upon the earth. And with us having this knowledge, all right, the knowledge of the scriptures, the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, you know, as it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability at that time. So with us having this knowledge, we wouldn't have to second guess, all right, anything. You know, we have our paths, just like it says in the book of Proverbs, trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai with all thy heart, and he shall direct all thy paths. So Proverbs 3 and 5. All right, but basically, you know, knowing those things, it comes down to obedience, man. We have to be obedient in the truth, man. Obedience is key. And the scriptures also tell you that wisdom and knowledge, Salakia, for the things that are written aforetime are for our learning, all right? For the things of old, what is that? The things of the scriptures, all right? The paths of old, the ways of our forefathers, all right? Whether it was their ups, whether it was their downfalls, you know, the stories, the history, all right? The kings. Matter of fact, we can just get into that, all right? Where's that chapter at? I think it's the 13th chapter of Kings. Come, I'm gonna get into it. This it's the 13th and like the 15th chapter, but in the 13th chapter of First King Samuel, Salakia. This is Samuel 3. Salakia. This is Samuel 13. I'm going to just make a couple points out of this. This is Samuel 13, and this is Samuel 13, and I'll start at 7. It said, and some of the Hebrews went over to Jordan to the land of Gad and Gilead. As for Saul, he was yet in Gilgal, and all the people followed him trembling. And he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Samuel had appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people were scattered from him. And Saul said, bring hither a burnt offering to me, and peace offerings. And he offered the burnt offering. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came, and Saul went to him, that he might salute him. And Samuel said, what hast thou done? And Saul said, because I saw the people were scattered from me, and thou camest not within the days appointed. The Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore I said, the Philistines will come down now upon me in Gilgal, and I have not made supplication unto Yahweh. I force myself, therefore, a burnt offering. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of Yahweh thy power, which he commanded thee. For now would Yahweh have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. And Saul, you know, he thought that he was doing something spiritual, all right? And the offering the burnt offering is spiritual, but that's not what was commanded to him. Samuel clearly told him, look, you go down here and you tarry, all right? And Saul felt some type of way, because like I said, the people left him, but that has nothing to do with what the Lord commanded you. That has nothing to do with what I told you to do, all right? This was a prophet speaking to him, and that's why you got to listen, all right? Sometimes you don't want to listen to brothers or elders or whatever, and you really hearing what they saying, but you're not hearing what they saying, all right? But at the same time, if you believe that those are the men of the Lord, you know, the brothers that teach with you, the elders, you know, Some of you brothers might have been in the world, together and came into the truth together, whatever. But if you believe sincerely that these are the men of the Lord, you got to be obedient to them, man. Not that, and Samuel, like Samuel said, all right, you wasn't obedient, and it cost Saul a lot. It cost Saul everything. All right, it says, but now thy kingdom, verse 14, but now thy kingdom shall not continue. Yahweh have set him a man after his own heart, and Yahweh commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which Yahweh commanded thee. All right, because he wasn't obedient. He didn't do just that. All right, some brothers look at the truth, and they got a saying that this is their plan A, B, and C, which is a great saying, because that just goes back into this is all you can resort to. Like me, I got a saying, I don't have a plan B or C. This is my only plan. All right, no matter how things may go, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Sharatazah, but that's the point. We just got to be obedient and stick to the plan. All right, this is the plan. We have everything now, that we need. We had the breakdowns. We had the wisdom factor. We exercising that wisdom factor, the obedience factor. Disciplining your flesh, having an ear to hear. And that's another story. All right. This is 1 Samuel 15:6. It says, and Saul said unto the Kenites, go depart and get down from the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them, for ye have shown kindness to all the children of Israel. And when they came up out of Egypt, so the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites, and Saul smote, because he was commanded to kill everything, the Amalekites, which are Edomites, which are so-called white people, all right, today, all right. The fact that they even take themselves and call themselves Jewish and Israeli, because they're the chief of the Edomite race, all right, on this earth, just like the Amalekites were, all right, in the ancient world, all right. But just a small backdrop, all right. This is 1 Samuel 15:8. It said, and he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive. Salaki, verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou camest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag. Saul and the people spared Agag the best of sheep and the best of oxen and the best of fatlings and the best of lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything was vile, but everything that was vile and that was refused, they destroyed utterly. All right, if the Lord tell you to cut something off, you cut it off, man. Whether it's something in your flesh, you got to man up, man. You got to show discipline, like the brother Elder Zahab, all right, the brothers from the Mississippi camp, he just did a lesson about maturity. You got to grow up and mature, man. Hey, everything that glitters, King Saul learned a valuable lesson that day. Like they say, everything that glitters ain't gold. All these things that may be appeasing to our flesh, they ain't worth shit, man. All right, and these things of this world is finished, So, hey, that obedience and that discipline is key, man. And Saul lacked that, all right? And he was a mighty king in Israel. He was the anointed of the Most High. The Most High set him up, all right? But, hey, but he needed that discipline, man. This is verse 10. It says, I'm going to get down to 10. This is verse 1 Samuel 15:10. It says, then came the word of Yahweh unto Samuel, saying, it repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel that he cried unto the Lord all night. So Samuel was vexed, man. And Samuel was a rough, priestly, mighty, just man of the Lord. Samuel was a deep, heavy man. And it vexed him, man, to see the disobedience of his spiritual son. All right? The man that he set up, that the Lord had him set up. This is verse 12. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told to Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel. Behold, he set up him a place, and was going about it, and passed on and going down to Gilgal, and Samuel came to Saul and said, Blessed art thou of the Lord, I have performed the commandment of the Lord. And Samuel said, What meaneth the bleating of this sheep in my ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear? Where did you get this from? All right. And Saul said, I have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen, and the sacrifice unto the Lord thy power, and the rest we have utterly destroyed. And Samuel said unto him, Saul, stay, I tell thee what the Lord have said unto me this night. And he said, Say on. And Samuel said, Thou was little in thy own sight, and thou was made the head of the tribes of Israel, and Yahweh have anointed thee king over Israel. All right. It says, and Yahweh sent thee on a journey and said, Go utterly destroy all the sinners of the Amalekites, and fight against them till they be consumed. Wherefore thou didst not obey the voice of Yahweh. Thou didst fly upon the spoil, and thou did evil in the sight of the Lord. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have utterly obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone thy way with the Lord sent me, and brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. The Lord didn't tell him that. He told him to destroy the Amalekites. In verse 22, matter of fact, I'm going to jump down to 22. And Samuel said, Have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken better than the fat of lambs. For rebellion as is the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness as is idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he have also rejected thee from being king. And then later, when you're reading the story, you can read the last verse. Saul, matter of fact, I'm going to just read it. Verse 32, Samuel 15 and 32. It said, Then said Samuel, Bring high the king Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately, crying. And Agag said, Surely the bitterness of death is past. He thought it was sweet. And Samuel said, As thy sword hath made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewn Agag in pieces before Yahweh in Gilgal. So the Lord got his job done regardless, man. Hey, but we know what has been taught to us by the elders and the apostles, and the things we need to know that's vital for salvation, man. Just obey these things and learn from the history of our forefathers. But with that being said, call out Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. We know what we need to do. Be obedient and endure. Hey, everything that glitters ain't gold. All right. Shalom.